Hello again. Another form that needs to be filled out in the high school reporting form packet, but only in a student's senior year of high school, is the research application form. This form will explain what a student would like to write about. The 15-page research paper is a requirement for graduation, and the research paper application needs to be handed in no later than the mid-year review. The form details what needs to be done to accomplish this, and I won't reread those sections. In the top boxes, all of the student information is already filled out. WCFS will fill in the box that says Date Received. A staff member will also check off whether the topic is approved or disapproved. If something is disapproved, we will offer suggestions or help for changing the topic or elaborating on a lesser topic to give it more depth and breadth. The last thing that your student needs to check is whether or not he or she is taking the research elective class. Check the Yes box if the class is being taken through Wellspring Christian Family Schools, and check the No box if it is not. My student is not taking the research elective class, so I'm going to check the No box. The first section that needs to be filled out is the thesis statement. This is a limited topic with a brief explanation of what the paper's conclusion or main point will be. This can include a question that you wish to answer and a short summary to that question, or it can just be a very brief, no more than 3 or 4 sentence description. Josh has decided to explore World War I. So for his thesis statement, he has written, I plan to explore the social and political landscape that led to the beginning of World War I in Europe. From that perspective, I will explore America's isolationist policy and what eventually led to America joining the Allied forces in World War I. I will conclude my thesis with a description of the changes that occurred in America as a result of her World War I involvement. It's short, it's to the point. It is a topic that can be covered in a 15-page research paper. He is not covering all of World War I, primarily America's involvement and how it changed the nation. Next, we scroll down to a brief outline. What's the brief outline of the paper? Briefly, we will explore the reasons and events that led to World War I in Europe. 2, the student will explore American isolationist policies for the majority of the war. 3, what were the events that led the U.S. to eventually entering World War I? 4, what exactly was American involvement in World War I on the European front and the home fronts? What was the outcome of World War I in Europe? Just a brief description, because the main gist of our paper is American involvement. And then finally, 6, what were the changes that took place in America culturally, politically, and socially as a result of our involvement in World War I? The last section that the student needs to fill out are the general goals of this paper. Better put, why do I want to write on this topic? My student wrote, I am interested in exploring the ways that World War I affected Americans both during and after the war. I am interested in researching U.S. involvement and how that changed some of our policies of isolationism. And that is all you need to do to fill out the research paper application.